Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Big news just dropped today at 2 p.m. coming from MVP. They've got another big signing and I am super excited about it. I can't wait to tell you guys. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't heard yet, Big Germ is not Big Germ anymore. He's now GYRO Jerm. I imagine Big Germ's still gonna stick with him, but yes guys, Big Germ has now left Innova and is heading on over to MVP. I am super pumped about this. I feel like this is a great move for MVP. MVP seems to really be focusing on number one, winners in disc golf, and then number two, people with a great, likable online presence. Can't get any more likable and bigger than Big Germ. This is huge for MVP and I'm here for it. Now I know what you guys might be thinking. My first thought is, what is Big Germ gonna be throwing? Well, we have a couple clues already from some of the pictures that have been dropped today. One of them is, I saw a picture of him with a hex. Of course, we love hexes. One of my favorites is Proton Soft Hex right here. Who knows what flavor Big Germ's gonna be throwing. I saw him holding a Total Eclipse hex, but who knows? Hexes are butter. Yes, just go nice and straight. Slight fade at the end. All right, now speaking of fade, the other clue we got was Big Germ was holding one of my favorite discs, which is the Pyro. Yes, the Pyro is a nice, overstable utility disc. This thing's overstable, super flat. It's gonna be great for forehands and backhands. I imagine Big Germ is gonna get a lot of use out of this disc. Now, other than that, I haven't seen anything else about what discs he might throw, but we do know Big Germ has a signature disc with Innova called the Thunderbird. I just happen to have one right here. So if GYRO Jerm is gonna have a signature disc that's gonna be the same flight numbers as the Thunderbird, what is the equivalent? Well, I think Axiom has got the right one, which is the Wrath. I'm gonna do a little head-to-head Wrath versus Thunderbird in honor of Big Germ turning into GYRO Jerm. Let's go. All right, so if you don't know, Thunderbird's numbers are 9502, and the Wrath's numbers are pretty close, 9, 4.5, negative 0.52. So that's pretty similar. If you look at these two discs right next to each other, very similar. I'd say the Thunderbird's a little bit more domey. The MVP discs, we know MVP discs are usually very flat. So I think Big Germ is gonna really like that. Flat discs do feel really good on sidearms. Well, let's do a little sidearm action with the old Thunderbird here. Yes. The thing I love about the Thunderbirds is you just rip on them nice and flat. That's exactly what they do. They just go super dead flat, have a nice little hookup at the end. All right, first time throwing the Wrath. Shout out to Eric. He hooked me up with this one. Let's see how this one flies. Oh, very similar. All right, Big Germ, if you're looking for a Thunderbird replacement, this might be it. Shout out to Big Germ. This is huge. Super excited that he has made it over to MVP. MVP's making some great chess moves every year, moving forward, and they're doing it in the smart, right way. Now, what does this say for Innova? Innova seems to keep dropping big names every single year. Now, is Innova too big to fail? I don't know. Are they too old to fail? I don't know either. But they do seem a little bit to be kind of sitting on their laurels, kind of living off the fat of years past. They don't seem to be progressing too much into the future. Maybe Innova needs to look at that. Now, I'm not trying to throw shade on Innova. Innova obviously has a big share of the market, but does feel like some of these other companies, Discraft, MVP in particular, are kind of inching up on that big market share. All right, when I think of Thunderbirds, I think of a disc I can lay nice and flat, just run right at a basket, maybe a little bit to the right, and then have it finish slightly to the left, just like the numbers. I gotta say, this flies super true to the numbers. All right, let's run right at this basket. We're about 375, 350 from here. Look at that, nice and flat. And then you just reliably know it's gonna finish slightly to the left, inside circle, perfect shot. Now let's see if the Wrath on backhand can do similar. Nice and flat. Maybe a touch more fade at the end there. Oh my gosh, that almost skipped in. So one thing I can't wait for, big gyro fan myself, is seeing Big Germ on coverage, sporting his MVP gear. I think it's gonna be super sick. Now, as far as signature discs go, I don't believe MVP is gonna have a special line for him. I'm not sure if they said. They're not gonna do like a Simon line, a James Conrad line of discs. I feel like it's going to be more like the Eagle McMahon treatment that they've been doing. Eagle's basically taking existing runs of discs already and either bringing them back or just running a special run of those. So, hey, Big Germ, maybe you want to consider doing a signature Wrath. I feel like this really is an underrated driver from Axiom line. When I think of Thunderbirds, I also think of a disc I can trust in the headwind. We got a nice steady, right in our face headwind, about 8 to 5 miles an hour. Thunderbird's not gonna bat an eye at that. Should be able to lay this nice and flat and get us close to the basket. Love it. Oh, come on, ace it. Oh, beautiful. Wrath should be no different. Such a good disc on a sidearm. Wow. Well, whether you're a gyro fan or not, I guarantee you probably are a Big Germ fan. I mean, who doesn't love him? Such a great, likable character. Big Germ, if you're looking for a replacement of the Thunderbird, I highly recommend the Wrath. I feel like that would be such a great signature disc. Nobody's using it yet. This is gonna be a really good workhorse in your bag. Well, guys, I can't wait to see what Big Germ's lineup is really gonna be. I'm sure we're gonna get some notice on that very shortly. But until then, stay tuned here. I got a lot of great content coming up in the next several weeks. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys are looking to get some discs like these or any disc golf equipment, you can head on over to Disc Golf Deals USA. Use my code, save 10%. All right, until I see you next time, peace out.